Which of the following is an equation of line L in the xy plane above? So in this question, we're given a graph. So in this question, we're given a graph, and we are basically just looking for the equation that would give us that graph. And if you remember, once again, this is about linear functions, y equals mx plus b. I want to remind you that b stands for the y-intercept. So if you look at this graph, it's crossing the y-axis at 1. So we know that our equation has to have a plus 1 at the end of it. And if you glance over at all the choices that we have, only one of them has a plus 1 at the end of it. So D would have to be the answer. But just for the sake of finishing this problem and explaining the rest of it, just in case you see something that's not as obvious as this one, finding the slope is super easy given a graph. You literally just look for 2 consecutive points that are actually not cutting through a box, and just see how many steps you take to go from the first point, which is this one, to the second point, which is this one. And slope, as you recall, is rise over run. Slope is rise over run. So how many places do we rise? We go up 1 place and we run 1 place. So the slope is really 1 over 1, also known as 1. So that would be 1x. But we usually don't show a 1 if it's a coefficient. And that's why the answer is just y equals x plus 1, which we already knew, but just explaining how that works. D is the answer to this question.